just moving along, it comes with, back to not raising, just tolerating.
Right.
Like you was saying, like we talked about it before, where it's a lot of us grew up hearing, man, once you 18, you out my house.
Man.
When you turn 18, you out my house. And that's a form of, sometimes you can say you building your kid for tough love. They want to, it could be tough love. But damn, love got to be that tough.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm
damn, love that tough. Like, what are we really doing here? I'm only tolerating the kid to 18. Man, I only got 14 years left with you.
Exactly.
But it's deeper than that, because a person or a human being has not fully developed at 18 or at 20
at all.
You know,
no matter what you instill in them.
Yeah,
they don't even know, especially if they've only dealt with children,
right?
Because we are children from whatever age to 18. We still a child.
Facts.
From 20. It took me. I'm still figuring that shit out.
Facts.
It's still conversation that I gotta have with my pops, and he like, oh well, you got to do this that way and this that way, and I'm like, damn, for real,
right?
But that shit fucked me up.
Yeah,
like hearing that from all type of, from every angle that you can, hear from, whether it's outside, inside the house, like hearing that was always an agitator for me. Like, what the fuck you mean? Especially now as a parent, I understand now that ain't no way. I got all girls, so I know at 18, shit, what? That motherfucker gonna be 24. Daddy, now come on, daddy.
Yeah.
Open that billfold, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
open
up.
That, or even not the billfold. Open your mind. I need you to comfort me right now.
Or open up your home.
Yeah, or open up your home. I need something right now. So that shit used to really just bother me. Like at 18, niggas really believe that it's time for you to grow your wings and spread out and go into the world. Niggas not even ready for that shit
at all.
I feel like every child, especially in we talking about the black community, because that's what we in.
Yeah.
And I always gotta say that's what we in. But like the fact that we are rushed out the house so fast is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Nah, it's crazy. And I was one of the kids that I rushed myself out the house.
Exactly.
I graduated at 17, so I was out the house at 17. I'm out of here. I got to figure this shit out on my own. And of course, that as a parent, that comes along with understanding if you got an independent or a dependent child.
Right.
Like possibly like, yeah, this is something you could do because you more independent. I'm like 18. He's like, yeah, you ain't got to worry about mom and daddy all in your business. You can do this right here and you will be set.
Right.
This is a career path you can take, or this is a hustle you can get onto. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but there's like you said, it's always the flip side.
Always the flip side.
Because pops knew I was not ready for the world at 18. They wanted to, they want to keep you in the crib more. There's some shit you got to figure out, son. There's some things you got to figure out. But at 17, I decided I wanted to spread my wings because that was my right.
I feel like it's programming too.
Of course,
it's programming.
Of course.
My bad to interrupt you.
Nah, go ahead.
I feel like it's programming from every adolescent around us. Like every teen around us.
For sure.
It's like, damn, I'm if you smoking or if you really, that sex shit is crazy once you reach that shit, niggas really think they didn't conquer the world on my mama. Nigga, I didn't got man. Shit, I felt like I was that nigga.
Yeah.
But in all reality, it's like, nigga, you don't know the half of it. You don't even know what you just got yourself into.
You don't know what come with that.
Exactly. It took me a long time to realize, like,
you still figured that shit. Mr. 4 for 4 goddamn.
Man, on my mama, bro. It takes time to realize, like, damn, this is what I got myself into. But at 18, your mind ain't even, you ain't thinking about nothing but how to get rich and how to
fuck
knock
a bitch.
Exactly. Knock off as many motherfuckers that you can as a man.
Yep.
Knock off as many motherfuckers as you can. But I don't know. I feel like it definitely comes along with programming, and this nigga's like, oh yeah, man, shit, at 18, I'm a boss. Nah, bro, you still figuring that shit out. You a worker bee, man.
Yeah.
Stop that shit, man.
Yeah, straight up. Straight up. And everybody be like, and it's a lot of young people. Like, I work with young people and stuff like that. I be around young people that's younger than us, you know what I'm saying? And they be like, I'm grown. I got my spot. I pay bills. You're not grown, you just surviving.
Straight up.
That's all you doing. I pay bills. I pay my own bills. I buy my own clothes. I drive my own car. I got my own spot. But you're not grown. You You're doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Or you're doing what you got to do to stay afloat. And that don't make you grown because you still haven't developed certain emotional, certain personalities, or social skills that an actual adult would have to an extent. So yeah, you can have your own house, you can have your own car, you can pay your own bills, but that doesn't make you grown. That like motherfuckers, and it be a lot of the younger females like, I don't gotta worry about a nigga for nothing. I'm grown, nigga, and you gonna have to stand with that. But how do you react? How do you respond to this type of trauma? Or how do you when the last time you cried? Now that's the motherfucker that I got that from Joe Budden when I was younger. When I used to kick it with bitches, I used to be like, when's the last time you cried?
Oh, you sick.
I was, one of them fake
This nigga is sick.
Nigga be sitting there. So yeah. So when's the last time you cried?
Man,
and then
sick.
Then she start thinking about it. Niggas drunk. Bitches start crying. Then I'm like,
you are a sick.
Hey,
listen, boy.
But
I'm telling you.
But
that's my motherfucking brother to y'all, man. That nigga say, what?
Yeah, I'm sick, nigga. Fuck it. But I'm keeping it a bean, like. But when is the last time? You know what I'm saying? When's the last time you cried, and what was the reason for it?
Right.
When's the last time you felt whole? When's the last time you felt normal? Like that. Those are the things people don't even realize that they dealing with depression, but they want to say they grown. Your frontal lobe hasn't even developed yet, but I get it.
It took me a long time. It took me a long time to. Even though I was going through that shit, like, cause even when I was approached with what you gonna do when you 18,
right?
When I was approached with it, the feeling that I felt, like I was like, what the fuck, nigga, I'm finna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I didn't even know, like, I wasn't even thinking about. But I know how, like, when I did revisit the conversation with myself, like. Niggas really used to say at 18, you gotta get the fuck.
Sink or swim.
Exactly. And I don't even think that may be you think that's just a black community type of situation, or is that across the wood?
To be honest, bro.
Pause.
Oh shit. Hey, yo. You sick. I don't even know what that. Take a shot, nigga.
Man,
that's some sick shit.
That was
across the board.
Across the board.
Yeah. Sorry. But I don't want to say it's not just the black community, because you hear it in Hispanic communities too. You hear it. It's really marginalized communities. That's where that shit come from. Kicking your kid out at 18, it's come from marginalized communities, impoverished communities, because I know I can't take care of a kid after 18. You should be able to figure it out to lighten the load on me.
Right.
Like a parent that's struggling, trying to, still trying to make ends meet, check to check. This, that, and the third. That's normally where it comes from, because they can't afford to raise and house an 18-year-old adult,
right?
Because they weren't housed by somebody else. That's why you see a lot of 18-year-olds living on Skid Row, a lot of high schoolers living on Skid Row out there, or just out there living to die. That's how a lot of young niggas be living to die, because they were told. Or they have seen that. My mama can't. A lot of niggas like, I gotta move out at 18. My mama can't afford to keep me. I got 3 little sisters, and they needed more than I needed.
Exactly.
So that's a big thing, and that was something I had to deal with too. Like, I was like, bro, I can't be asking mom and daddy for money while I was in college, or when I was out there living to die and doing what needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got a little brother and a little sister that need to see way more than I've seen. So when I go back and I say like, oh, they got these laptops at 10, I'm like, that's amazing, because that's what I always wanted as a kid. Now, at first you be like, damn, you have like
envy it.
Yeah, you have exactly. You
resent
it at first.
Yeah.
But the main thing I saw was like, it's just so lit, because they gonna be set up so great, because I know how I was set up.
Right.
And I love the way I was set up. But with the life skills and the life lessons that they've taught me, along with the additional resources that they giving the kids, I'm like, this is amazing.
Exactly.
Like Xavier, like my bro and sis gonna be straight. Like,
and that takes time to figure. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. And it do take time to figure out. But the main thing that I was getting at was when I'm back home and I'm down on my dick, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure shit out. It's like, who am I to ask them to take resources from my little brother and sister just because I fucked off and I couldn't make rent this week? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's how I looked at it a lot. So when I some kids call it, you look like a brat, but it wasn't always like I just want to be independent. I feel like, damn, y'all have done so much for me for these first 18, 17 years of my life, or however long y'all been doing it forever. Like, y'all have done so much for me. I should be at some point where I can lighten the load on you. And that's how I looked at it. Even though they never
said that.
They never even looked at it like that. They're like, you are my child. I got
Exactly.
it. We wasn't, but I always felt that way.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
I gotta take a shot for them because they.
But real shit, like they never looked at it that way, thought about it that way, but I always did. So when people are like, yeah, you gonna ask your mom for help? I'm like, no, nigga, I got a little brother and a little sister at home. They need it more than I do. Straight up. So what do I need to ask them for a couple $100? I'll figure that shit on my own. I'll do what needs to be done. And I did what needed to be done. And sometimes it fucked me off. Sometimes I wasn't able to make it. But shit, we here now.
Straight up.
We here now. And whenever I need my parents, to this day, they got it.
To this day, on my mama. And that's all it really comes down to. Every parent wants their child to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because it's certain lessons that our parents will never be able to teach us.
For sure.
You have to figure it out. Like we said, through experience, you have to figure certain things out.
Oh, God.
And your parents not going to be there. Only thing that they hope and they wish is that the things that they taught you is the way that you think and the way that you decide, the way that you make your decision. Yep. And it may, hopefully it's a sound decision that you make on some shit.
For sure.
Not just, oh shit, I'm fucked up. Like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucked up. And it's certain shit that I didn't even have to do in my life because I was set up way different. But I thought that I did. I made decisions off of shit that my parents never taught me to do.
Right.
So it left me in a fucked up predicament.
Same.
But now it's like, damn, I gotta sit back and hold up. Hold up now. Hold on.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right.
And I'll bring it to my pops and be like, hey man, listen, this was going on. Well, this is what you need to do.
Or this is what I can do to help.
Exactly. But I mean, I feel like that plays the biggest, your support system. We kind of go back to that. Your support system is the biggest thing in this whole situation. As long as you can go after 18. Nigga, 18 ain't gonna do shit for me.
At all.
Because I just got out of high school. I just left. That's another thing. You just left half of your support system, which is high school. For me,
yeah,
I had everybody roll for me in high school. Every teacher, every counselor,
principal,
everybody was on stack side, and I just lost half of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
with them, not only have my parents. That's all I have now, which they've done a lot for me.
Facts.
I don't know, bro. That shit, it's a little different for me, man.
No, it is. I dig it. That's why I want to have a conversation, because great minds, but it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same perspective. It's not the same perspective. We got to,